Hello everyone, it's Scott and welcome back to another episode of Regrowth. So, I used the pylons to increase my enchantment table and I managed to craft one level 30 diamond chest plate, which gave me an Unbreaking 3 enchantment, and I merged it with the other one just to improve my armor here. I was taking a lot of damage on that chest plate and I wanted to improve it before it died. And then I decided I was going to check out some of the marble styles thanks to the Chisel 2 mod and look at how I might start spicing up the base a little. I've got some various creeper-faced blocks, some gold-centered blocks. I kind of like this kind of no-seam look. I like having the outer border with the marble with large dent. It really has to do with the side facing. You can see here's one with just marble block, has no outline. The dent has an outline. Or the double border. Since I'm going to be spending most of my time walking on the marble, I'm probably going to want like this style, I think, the marble panel. But in any case, I'm experimenting a little with improving the aesthetics of the base. In the short term, I'm still upgrading my the seeds that I made at the end of the last episode. So they're at least level 7, between 7 and 10 at this point, I think. And so I've been doing a little research on how I can get up to thaumium level mining. And one thing I found was actually pig iron. So I don't normally make this when I'm making my Tinker's Construct weaponry, but molten pig iron is actually in my sights right now. I have iron, I have emerald thanks to the emerald seeds, and all I need is a little bit of blood, which turns out I've been collecting, or I can just make it by burning down rotten flesh. And then I was showing how I was making coagulated blood just by dropping it onto a empty casting table. So I got a little bit of the material over here. Oh, also, big thank you to Game Simmer, who commented on my video. Why don't I just use a hopper to extract the items from the casting table to the chest, and I can get rid of all this junk right here. Sometimes the old solutions are the best solutions, and I just overlooked it because I was jumping into pipes. So, in any case, let's grab some emeralds. Now, I'm going to grab 3 emeralds. Actually, now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab 6 iron, 6 emeralds, and 3 coagulated blood because I worked out ahead of time that these were the right ratios for me to make pig iron. So I'm going to let these collect here. So a little bit of blood. That should be 480, which in theory should be enough to make 3 of the pig iron. So each blood is 160, so it takes 1/2 blood to every 1 emerald and 1 iron will make 1 pig iron. So once these melt down, here we go. I now have enough for 3 pig iron. So let's turn on the extraction lever here, and that should start to pump the pig iron out into the casting table, and hopefully that should just dump out the 3 ingots that I need for oh, that was kind of dumb. So alright, sorry about that. I got a little confused there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the 3 pig iron back into the smeltery to melt them down again. I'm going to take this plate off and replace it with the pickaxe head plate, and that should allow me to make pickaxe heads. Alright, there we go. The pig iron is making pickaxe heads. So what I'd like to do is make one tool binding, the level 1 tool binding, and I'll make that out of regular iron. Okay, there's my iron binding. So let's grab one of the pig iron pickaxe heads. Let's grab the iron binding and head over to the tool bench. Okay, here we are, tool forge. So let's whip up another pickaxe. So that's going to take pig iron. Let's use bone as a handle and an iron binding. And most importantly, that's going to give us a thaumium mining level. Awesome. Okay, and just for kicks, let's take that pick and add a diamond modifier. And that should raise it up. Well, actually, it looks like the mining level thaumium might be the max. Let's grab it anyway. Yep, mining level thaumium. Awesome. Alright, I'm back. And this pig iron pick is not any better than the Alumite pick with the diamond upgrade on it. So the pig iron pickaxe with that diamond turns out didn't really do anything, but we can see here I found some ardite ore that is effective with a steel level, which is what I did make about an episode ago, maybe 2 episodes after I had the steel from the blast furnace. So the problem now is that there's way too many pigmen around here for my comfort level, and I really need to find 3 ardite before I make this jump to suicide here. So I'm going to try to find another spot where I can at least find more than one item. Now, I did see that there is a some people were saying that if you put a silk touch on the pick, then it does not anger the pigmen. I guess I'm willing to try that. Yeah, and this is only a single piece of ardite ore. So let me go back and see what it takes to make a silky upgrade, which will give a silk touch to this pick. Alright, let's give this a try. So, to make a silky jewel upgrade, I need 4 silky cloth, which are going to be made from gold and string, which string I can get from the cotton upgrades, and gold, well, I have gold seeds. So let's just make a silky jewel, and I still have 2 modifiers remaining on this pick. So let's upgrade it. Here we go, to a Silk Touch 1. Excellent. And let's head back to the Nether. Alright, I made myself a defensive position in case this goes horribly wrong. So let's try pickaxing this ardite ore. Did that work? Well, it doesn't stop spiders, but looks like I don't have pigmen aggroed on me, so this is great. Okay, so steel with a Silk Touch upgrade is going to get me ardite. So I'm going to try to find another piece or 2. I need a total of 3 to make a pick. The ore looks like it'll melt down into 2 ingots. Okay, yep, 2 ingots. So I need at least 1 more piece of ardite ore, and then I'll be able to make the next level pick. Alright, here's another piece of Ardite, and I'm going to head back to the overworld. Alright, just for safety's sake, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Ardite and melt it down into liquid molten Ardite. Pump it out into the ingots, so that way I get 4 ingots, and I'm going to take 3 of those ingots, actually 2, and then pump them back in and make a pickaxe. So, let me cut back when that's done. Alright, here comes the Ardite for the pickaxe head, and done. So let's grab that. Let's head back over to the tool forge and whip ourselves up a new pick. Alright, so here we go. 1 binding, 1 bone, 1 pickaxe head. And that's going to give us a cobalt level pick. And out of curiosity, let's see if I can throw a diamond on it. And it's still mining level cobalt. Alright, so let's not bother with that. So of course, my next goal is to head over, well, actually, I'm going to put another Silk Touch enchantment on this Ardite pickaxe, and then head back to the Nether. Alright, I'm back, and I'm going to give it a go. So, with my Silk Touch, did it work? Cobalt ore. Awesome. Alright, so cobalt is going to be the next step towards, well, of course, molten cobalt, towards molten Manyullyn. And this is a Tinker's Construct mix of Ardite and cobalt. And I'm going to need a lot of it because I think that the Manyullyn is the max mining level. I think it's also used for a bunch of things. Well, it's going to be the top tier of almost all the upgrades, and I think I'm going to need it to get osmium, so that way I can start getting some power in my base. So very shortly, if I can just find some more pieces, let's try mining a whole bunch of stuff. So, well, I can now get nether sulfur ore, which means I can get these guys too. So I'm just going to go around and collect up a bunch of stuff. You can see that the pigmen don't care about me anymore, which is awesome. So anywhere I can find, oh, that's osmium. Yep, see, I'm going to need Manyullyn to cash in on that. I probably should have brought a pick. That guy seems pretty mad at me. But Amber, whoop. Yep, he's still shooting at me. Yeah, I'm going to leave the ghast alone for now and just clean up, get some more cobalt here, and see if I can find some more Ardite, and then head back to nether gold. I don't need that at all anymore. And then I'm going to head back topside. Okay, I'm back, and it's about an hour later after that last cut because I went hunting in the nether for more Ardite and more cobalt. I gathered about 12 pieces of each, actually 14 pieces of each, and melted them down in the Tinker's Construct smeltery in order to get 32, well, I guess I had 16 pieces, so that became 32 cobalt ingots, and I had 13 more plus the one from before, which I melted down the other pickaxe to get one more piece of Ardite, and between the two, I now have enough for Manyullyn and the seeds. So let's take a look at the liquid Manyullyn, molten Manyullyn, and in order to make this, I need to melt down equal parts of cobalt and Ardite. And note that 16 and 16 becomes 16. So I lose half the quantity that I melt down. So in order to make the cobalt and ardite seeds, if I pop in here and cobalt seeds, I'm going to need a full block of cobalt as well as a full block of Manyullyn. So that's 9. And so each one of these seeds is going to require the same thing. So 1 block of Manyullyn and whatever block of the material is that I'm trying to create. So I'm going to need a lot of Manyullyn, which really means that I need to get these 2 seeds up first, the cobalt and ardite, so that way I can have enough Manyullyn to manufacture the rest of this tier 4 level seeds. So with that, let's melt down our first pieces of Manyullyn. So 9 pieces and 9 pieces. Let's strip them out like this and like this. And make sure I turn off the pumper. So this is going to have to go down the blue to show that it's off. And these are going to have to melt down and then combine in the Tinker's Construct Smeltery into Manyullyn. Alright, here we go. And done. So now I have 9 ingots worth of Manyullyn. So let's turn the pumper back on and have it create 9 ingots worth of Manyullyn. And while I'm doing it, I'm going to do the same thing again. So that way I can get that second block up and running when it's time to get ready for the seeds. Alright, there's our 9 Manyullyn, so let's grab that out and grab 1 piece of lapis, and that'll be my blue coloring that I need in order to make the seed. So let's head back down to the infusion area and check out what we need to do. So to make the cobalt seed, I'm going to need some blue coloring, a blue block, a Manyullyn block, refined steel. Okay, let's head back up to the blast furnace. So refined steel is sort of like the last steel step within, I think, mechanism. So let's, or it might be railcraft. So let's just take a quick peek. So refined steel in a blast furnace, spark quadrum. I'm not familiar with that much, but any steel ingot is going to turn into refined steel. So let's grab that out of the blast furnace and head back down. Alright, let's make our blocks. So here's our block of cobalt. Let's make a block of ardite and a block of Manyullyn. Excellent. So, starting out, let's throw in the 2 blocks. Let's throw in the seed and the lapis. Let's throw in the lust, greed, and envy runes. And lastly, we're going to need a lot of extreme essence. So I managed to churn out 23 of them by just recombining and recombining and recombining. And so that's the last step. Hopefully when I get to a master infusion stone, I'll be able to do it a lot more easier than what it took to do this. So let's take 4 of these. And what am I missing? I'm missing the refined steel. There we go. And there we go. get all of our runes back. And now we have the cobalt seeds. So let's cash in that quest. And I'm going to take the extreme essence to replace the ones that I used. Alright, so now I'm going to run through almost the exact same process with the ardite seed, except this time using a block of ardite and an orange coloring here with greed, wrath, and envy runes. So, using the Manyullyn I got from the Tinker's Construct Smeltery, throwing in all the runes. Let's throw in the orange dye and the essence seed. Oh, and of course again, I'm going to need to throw in 1 piece of refined steel. Alright, let's throw in the living rock and wait this guy out. Alright, so while that's waiting, I'm going to try to finish the last pieces of the gateway to Alfheim. So, what I've prepared is essentially making 3 more pieces of glimmering living wood, and I'm going to need these over here in the in this arrangement. This is the outline of the portal. I'm going to need 2 mana pools as well as some mana pylons, and I've been prepping that here under this area. And so let's review what we need to make the portal to Alfheim. So under Alphamancy, what we're going to need to do is make 1 Elven Gateway Core, which is living wood and terra steel. We're going to need to make 2 Natura pylons, which are the remaining pieces of the terra steel and our mana pylons that we made before, as well as 2 pieces of Eye of Ender. So let's get to work on that. So 2 pieces of Eye of Ender. We're going to grab the pylons that we made last time. Actually, first we're going to break down the terra steel into 9 pieces of terra steel nuggets. And so let's walk through that again. And here we go. 2 Natura pylons. And then lastly, with the last pieces of terra steel, I'm going to outline the Elven Gateway Core. And let's throw that down into the portal. Okay, and then 1 pylon, 1 pylon. And the last step will be to whack this with the wand. But I'm not ready to do so yet because these mana levels are way too low. And this is kind of a funky arrangement I have here. I don't think it's enough of a mana draw here. I have a redstone spreader feeding a distributor. The distributor then spreads the mana evenly among these 2 pools, and then each mana spreader is linked to a pool, pumping the mana down to the respective pylon. But once I activate the gate, it's going to be consuming so much mana that I'm not quite ready for that. But I am ready for getting the next seed. Excellent. So here's our ardite seed. Let's cash in the quest. Excellent. Alright, here we go. Let's open the gate. Excellent. So the question is, how long is this going to stay open? But let's start out and hit as many things as we can. We're going to upgrade our Botania book. Okay. And so by opening Alphamancy, we now see that we have a lot more quests, a lot more resources here that we can make. And so I'm going to try to hit as many of these as I can. 2 mana steel become elementium, a mana pearl becomes pixie dust, and a mana diamond becomes dragonstone. And additionally, there's some other recipes. So if we take a look in the NEI and click here to get all the recipes, there's one more that I really, really want at the very end, and that is 2 living rock becomes skystone. And so this appears to be the way that I can open up AE2. So while I have the chance, let's throw in everything. Mana pearls, thank you. Let's throw in mana diamonds for dragonstone. Let's throw in half a stack here of mana steel for elementium, and likewise let's throw in half a stack of living rock to make skystone. Excellent. And so from this point, yep, 1-to-1 to a skystone block, and then the skystone block is going to open up the ME controller and all sorts of other stuff within AE2. So, with that, I'm definitely going to call this an episode. I think it was pretty successful. Got a new source of material for making Manyullyn, and I've opened up the gateway to the Elven realm so I can get a lot of advanced materials. So, if you could, please leave a comment or a like, and I will see you next time in Regrowth. Bye!